Alright, hello and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to Tekken 8. So it's been a while since I did anything on this channel. By the time this goes up, I actually live streamed yesterday and I played the Tekken 8 story mode all the way through. It was only about 3 hours, which is super great because, you know, it didn't overstay its welcome and it was super entertaining and fun. And in that regard, all I have to say about that is if you have this game and you haven't played the story mode, you should definitely play it. And, you know, I would just generally recommend this game overall. It's super good and there's so much stuff to do in this game. It's crazy. But yeah, in this video, I don't think I'm actually gonna play like any of the like online or anything like that. I think I'm just gonna like go through the character customization stuff while I talk about stuff. But yeah, just in case anyone's curious, I am playing Reina mostly. Although I think at some point I want to try and play Yoshimitsu. I say try and play. I have no idea what the fuck I'm doing in this game. You know, I can barely play 2D fighting games. So you know, playing 3D fighting games the few times that I did play them, it's basically just results in me just mashing buttons and seeing cool shit. So, but yeah, that's enough about that. I'll probably end up flipping through these as I talk, and then I'll just if I still have things to talk about when I go through this, then I'll probably just start making a new one or something. But yeah, like I said, I have been gone a while, and it's mostly because you know, this has happened a few times before, but you're just life things happening, and you know, I'm mostly dealing with owning a car now and the financial stuff that has to come with that. You know, it's probably the most amount of responsibility that I've ever had in regards to anything, so it's a lot to, you know, deal with as somebody who has a minimum wage job and, you know, whatnot. So talking about that, actually, the past, you know, week or so that I've been gone, I actually got my driver's license. So you know, that was something that I've been wanting to do for a really long time, and thankfully, you know, I was able to do it. It's super funny, actually. I've talked about in the past how for the permit test, you have to take a written test. I passed it on my first try, the first time that I ever took it, but I waited too long afterwards to take my driving test. So my permit expired and you have to go through the whole process of taking the written test again. So that took me a while to, you know, go do again, but I did end up taking it again and I passed it again on the first try. So, and thankfully I was able to, when I finally took my driving test, you know, like a month or so after my second written test, I was able to pass the driving test on the first try. So thankfully I don't have to worry about doing that or anything in regards to that for a while, but you know, they have to worry about things like, you know, paying for the tags and the, you know, gas and insurance and whatnot. So, you know, that's a lot to deal with. I was trying to go for like a neon pink and like blue aesthetic, but I'm not sure how I feel about how this one turned out. I think it looks okay, but I wish you could like change more colors in depth and whatnot. Also, weirdly enough, you can change the eye colors on the characters, but it's not like a custom eye color. There's like preset eye colors, and there's, you know, obviously there's not like every single color. There's a few select presets, which is kind of annoying, but maybe they'll add more in the future. But I haven't uploaded in a while. But one of the few things that I did upload, which was that Motor Doom video. I don't know if I talked about this already at any point. I might have, but the developer for Motor Doom actually liked and commented on that video, which was super cool. I wasn't aware that it was like an individual like solo dev who's making Motor Doom and the what was the other, the Cat Souls like game that was really goofy looking. But yeah, he liked that video and commented on it, and yeah, I responded back to him. It was super cool. That was like a weird, like surreal moment, you know, making a video on a game. You just make it because you want to play the game and it's a fun thing to do. You know, I never expected at any point a developer would comment on any of my videos of a game that I was playing, but lo and behold, it happened. I mean, I can't wait to use this like smooth Tekken music in like the background of other videos and stuff. You know, if it wasn't 2 in the morning and if I didn't suck at fighting games, I might have made a video of me actually like playing the video game, but again, I have very little brain capacity to actually do that right now. So like I said, I did just finish playing the story mode, so you know, it wasn't super long, but I did start kind of late, so I'm kind of tired, but I digress. I think this was the first one that I actually made for Reina for custom costumes, although it's in a different slot because I copied them over to different ones so I could have the character select default be like the purple samurai one. But anyways, yeah, in terms of other stuff, I think the new Call of Duty season starts in like what day, 2 days? I don't actually remember what the date was specifically, but it starts relatively soon. It might be tomorrow. I don't actually remember. Anyways, yeah, I remember it was a while ago at this point, but they put out finally like a thing about talking about the matchmaking in that game. You know, they said there was like a month before that is when they brought it up originally, and then it was just like radio silence until that blog came out, and it was very interesting. I don't think anything in that statement was like straight up lying or making shit up. You know, a lot of people make conspiracy theories up about like, you know, skill-based damage and hit registration, and you know, Activision is like a weird fucked up company who making like patents and microtransactions out the fucking ass. But I think that is like the limit to the amount of like horrible anti-consumer shit I think Activision would do. But yeah, there was also that prototype Call of Duty game that got leaked, or I'm not sure what the right word is for that, but yeah, an old prototype for Call of Duty game came out. It was from like around 2010. It looked like a prototype for like Infinite Warfare or something, and it was even using like MW2 assets, like 2009 MW2 assets. It was going to be called Future Warfare, I think, and yeah, that was just a really weird like thing that just dropped out of nowhere for absolutely no reason. But it's always cool seeing like, you know, timelines of game development, you know, section of it that we normally wouldn't see because some random developer decided to just, or a leaker decided to drop it online. So I think Call of Duty Mobile is coming to PC at some point. I know they're running like betas in China, and if you want to become like a Chinese citizen, quote unquote, you could play it technically. But yeah, that game is just really weird. It's like a weird amalgamation of like a bunch of Call of Duty stuff, and all the videos of it are like super like dumb looking because everybody who's an English speaker is obviously playing in America or the West, and they have like 2,000 ping or some stupid shit. It's dumb. But yeah, it'll be cool if at some point that comes to the rest of the world, because I mean, fuck, I'll download it and mess around with that, because why not? But yeah, the only reason I'm actually making this video, I wasn't originally gonna make this video, but I was gonna wait until tomorrow to come home from work and make it, so I could make it at like a reasonable hour, and you know, edit it and then upload it at not 2 in the morning. But the only reason why I'm making this video right now is because I'm waiting for towels in the dryer to dry because I want a clean towel, but it wasn't gonna be done for like 40 minutes, so here I am making this video. I think the first DLC character for Tekken 8 has already been revealed. I think it's Eddie Gordo. Man, there's some stuff in the Tekken 7 story mode that I'm like, I wonder if any of these will become DLC characters, because there's a few of them in there that I'm like, would they ever actually do this? It'd be super funny if they did. But yeah, without spoiling it, that's as far as I'm gonna go talking about that. Although one thing that I will mention, one of the things I'm like, it would be really funny if they did this. You know, it's not a spoiler for Tekken 8, the thing from Tekken 7, but with Heihachi being dead at this point, it would be really funny if for some reason he came back as a DLC character. Like, I lived, bitch. Even though him being dead is actually like a really important plot point for Kazuya as a character, but it would be really funny if they just did it for the lulz. Also, yeah, going back to Tekken 8 really quick. Talking about the story mode, you know, the Tekken team have done this like really surprising and good thing with the story mode in this game. So I think ever since like Mortal Kombat 9 came out, you know, a bunch of fighting game devs and a bunch of Japanese fighting game devs have been like trying to copy or emulate the, you know, cinematic story mode type thing that NetherRealm really popularized. And, you know, gameplay things aside, I think, and like actual story writing things, I think Mortal Kombat has always been held in high regard in terms of the general like gaming, I guess, audience, because, you know, the story mode is like really consumable. It's basically like a movie, except you fights in between the different scenes, and, you know, it's a really cinematic, and it has a relatively engaging plot that's not super difficult to understand. And like I said, a bunch of Japanese devs have tried this in the past. The main ones that come to mind, Street Fighter 5 did it, quote unquote did it. It wasn't very good, like, at all. Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite did it. It wasn't particularly good there either. And Tekken 7 also did it, kind of, although they didn't really, I feel like they weren't able to commit fully to it, whether it was like budget reasons, because there were a lot of scenes in that were just like 2D art and dialogue with Mr. Reporter Man in the background. But there were like moments in Tekken 7 where you could see it was like, huh, if the rest of the game was like this, that'd be like really cool in terms of the story mode. But yeah, in Tekken 8, to mine and a bunch of people's surprise, they actually managed to pull it off, you know, having a, you know, 3.5 hour long cinematic story mode that doesn't have any like fluff or boring shit in it. You know, the game looking really good also helps in that department. You know, the cutscenes look really good, and the, you know, in-game, in-engine stuff, whether it be a gameplay or like cutscenes as well, looks really good. And the plot is relatively engaging. You don't have to be like super versed in like Tekken lore to understand what the fuck is going on. And even if you haven't played any of the other games, like I haven't, there's a section where you can watch like summaries of the different Tekken games up until Tekken 8. But yeah, the Tekken 8 story mode, you know, it was like 3 hours, and it was super engaging, and there wasn't like a single wasted moment I felt throughout the entire thing. And, you know, there's some really cool like plot stuff that happens, especially near the end. There's not one, but there's 2 different like cliffhangers that they're like stingers that they put there for like future plot points. What I'm wondering is if we're gonna have to wait until Tekken 9 to get more advancement in the plot, which would be like what, 10 years? How long was it between Tekken 7 and Tekken 8 in terms of home console releases? Because I know Tekken 7 was released in like arcades like way before the console version came out. But yeah, it would kind of suck if we had to wait, you know, 10 years or whatever it was for a new Tekken game to advance the story, especially now that they've nailed how to make a engaging story in a fighting game. But yeah, I just wanted to make this video really quick as just like a quick, you know, update and whatever. I make way too many of these. It's kind of stupid how many of these types of videos that I have to make, but hopefully one day in the future I won't have to make videos like this anymore, or at the very least less often. But yeah, TLDR, you know, I was gone taking care of life stuff to do with my car, got my license, played the Tekken story mode, super good, and yeah, work still sucks. So you know, I wasn't in the particularly best mood the past week or so. You know, getting my license was cool, but you know, the overwhelming responsibility of everything I have going on is a bit much at times, but hopefully I can, you know, work my way through that and have more time to do stupid shit like make videos. But yeah, I think that's gonna do it for me for today. However, if you did enjoy this video and want to help support the channel, leaving a like and subscribing would be very much appreciated. Any support, whether it be views, likes, subs, comments, anything like that, is always very much appreciated. But yeah, I'm gonna go edit this and then take a shower so I don't go to sleep at like 5 in the morning. But yeah, later.